Hello, today I'm going to show you how to weave with paper. So you will need a piece of newspaper and you are going to use some paper strips, and I have pre-cut some here. So we'll get to all these materials in a second. The piece of newspaper is going to serve as your loom. So a loom is a tool that an artist uses to hold the weaving together until the weaving is done. Once the weaving is done, it is taken off the loom, and the loom does not stay a part of the weaving. So today your newspaper is going to be your loom. What you need to do is label the loom with your name. So I will put my name here, and you should also put your block on there. I'm going to turn the paper and put my name around a couple edges. That way, no matter which way I pick it up, I can see my name. Okay, so here's my loom. So in your project, you're going to be required to meet two criteria. The first thing you need to do is to make sure that your weaving stays symmetrical, and the second thing you need to do is to use a color scheme. Okay, so today I have chosen to weave in a monochromatic color scheme. I'm using the color red. I can use light versions of red. A light version of red is called pink. And then I can also use white and black strips because those are neutrals. So in my weaving today, I'm going to have red, pink, white, and black, and I'm calling that a monochromatic color scheme. To begin, you need to choose two strips of paper. They don't have to be the same color. So I'm going to choose white first, and this is a lot like the y-axis in math. And then I'll choose a red one to go across. And then anything you do on the left, you have to match on the right. Anything you do at the top, you have to match at the bottom. So I think I'll start by putting two black strips on the left. So this white one went under, this black one has to go over, and then the next black one has to go under. So you're alternating as you work, and that's what weaving is. So now I need to match that on the right hand side. So one, that went under, this needs to go over. Next one has to go under. And now I have a couple vertical strips in. So now I'll put some horizontal ones in. I think I'll put one red at the top and one red at the bottom. And I need to weave them in. So I'm going to compare it to this one. This one went over first. The red's going over, then under, then over, then under, and so on. So now I'm going to have this one go under first, then over, then under, then over, and then under. And you can see it's a little bit difficult to keep it together right in the beginning, but once you get a few strips in, you can tighten it up and it'll stay together. Now I have to match that with the red strip at the bottom. So the last strip started by going over. This one starts by going under, then over. Under, then over. And the last part is under. Okay, so now I'm going to tighten everything up. You want to close up those gaps. You do not want any gaps in your finished product. Okay, and next I think I'll put two white ones on the left, and I'll match it with two white ones on the right. My paper seems to be cut with different thicknesses, so I'm trying to keep that in mind too. So if you notice, this is kind of a little bit thicker and a thinner one, and I did thicker and thinner on this side. So I'll put this one in first. The last strip went over, then under, then over. So the black is going over, under, over. So this one needs to go the opposite way. And this one's going to be the opposite of that. So that white one went under, so this will go over first. And then I'll do the right hand side. the last strip went over first, so this goes under first. And then over here, the last strip went under first, so I start by going over. So now that I've gotten that balanced, I'm going to tighten it all up again. And at some point it will start holding together pretty well. So my next step, I've got quite a few going this way. My next step would be to put some on the top and bottom. So I think I'll switch back to pink. And I'm going to put one pink one below and one pink one to the top. So the last one going across, the red one went under first, so this needs to go over first. Sometimes it's easy if you lift them from the very ends out here. You'll find the technique that will work best for you. And just pull it through. Okay, that last red one went under first, so this has to go over first. And there we go. And I'm going to stop and just check, make sure I've got my over-under pattern going, that I didn't make any gaps. And I can do that by making sure these opposite sides match, that it's creating symmetry. So these both go under first, then over, under, over, and that's my center line. Same thing this way, the pink is over, red is under, and that's my center line. So I just want to get it real tight. If I'm at a stopping point, then I keep it on the newspaper and I'll put it away like that for today. And then I can continue weaving next class. And that's the beginning of a paper weaving.